Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. For new and returning friends, everyone, please feel welcome. This is a space where you're going to hear nothing but encouragement and support as we continue looking within, accepting ourselves as our full and perfect beings that we are, with whatever we see as flaws or scars, anything like that, incorporating all of that into our idea of who we are supposed to be, and how we're going to get there. So this is the channel. If that's what the kind of thing that you're looking for, this is the place to be. You could have clicked on anything, but you clicked on this video. So thank you so much for joining us. We've been going through the Oracle of Light and Dreams deck by Scot Howden with these beautiful illustrations and lovely messages in the book. And we'll take a look in the book in a little bit, but I just want to talk about the image on the card and the energy that I'm getting and any messages from it directly before we look in the book. So the first thing, obviously, the card name is number 16, which reduces down to a 7. 7 is one of those power numbers that is very, very strong, very, very intuitive, very connected with the cosmic energies and that kind of thing. 7 is one of those perfection numbers. So very strong just in the number itself. Silver birches obviously are very, very strong symbolic trees themselves. The birch tree, I wanted to look it up, so I've looked that up, and I've looked up a couple other things too, just to give you guys some background on all of this information that we're getting from this card, because everything that's in this image is worth our attention. It's just like meditating on a mandala, that you identify different types of energies with different parts of the image. So for the silver birch, holds many different meanings in different cultures. In ancient Celtic cultures, for example, the birch tree was considered a symbol of new beginnings and purification. It was believed to have the power to ward off evil spirits and bring good fortune to those who planted it. Was also associated with the goddess Bridget, who is one of my links to the cosmic realms that I identify with specifically. And she was known as the goddess of fertility, healing, and poetry. Now, in Native American cultures, the birch tree was also considered sacred. It's believed to have healing powers and often was used in medicinal remedies. The tree was also seen as a symbol of renewal, and when used in rituals to mark the beginning of a new year or the start of a new life cycle. So very, very powerful. The other thing, just on a personal note, birch trees in general are often associated with water sources. They require a lot of water to grow. So, for example, I live in the desert, so I don't see a lot of birch trees around. And when I do see them in a yard or in some kind of landscaping planting, I know they've been put in there and they are being watered very carefully and regularly. Birch trees are very resilient, but they do require water. So there is a connection that is needed to the flowing source, in this example for the birch trees. So again, being connected to source, being connected to that energy, being connected to divine, following our intuition, that's all energy that's coming through from the birches themselves. For our owl, because I know that owls a lot of times for people are not good omens, and I personally have always been fascinated by them. They have these faces that look so similar to like a person, and the way that they will turn and look at you or look at something, it's like you can feel the soul behind the face, behind the bird's face. And in a lot of cultures, owls are not, in fact, in most cultures, owls are not considered to be harbingers of bad things or anything like that. I think it was pretty much the Christian church that sort of stuck that in there, and they had their own reasons for doing that, which we won't go into. That's not why we're here. But so let's just take a look for a second at different cultures that have owls as power animals. In Native American cultures, they believe the owl is the spirit of the deceased ancestor or other spirit, and they are believed to serve as a bridge between the worlds, between life and afterlife. They are eternal teachers. They represent the energy of the wise elders and ancestors who have previously walked the land. So there is, again, this connection. Here we go right again, connecting with the cosmic energies, connecting with ancestors, connecting with the Akashic records. You know, that's the energy and the memories and the collective energy of our entire existence. So very, very strong. In Japanese and Chinese culture, the owls symbolize good fortune and protection. It's said that placing an owl in your home, either with an object or a painting, will banish negative energies and bring about abundance mentally, physically, and emotionally. And just to tie that in, I know that a lot of people use statues of owls to keep away like pigeons and that kind of thing, and they're relatively effective for that as well. In ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome, they were regarded as the gatekeepers of the underworld. So again, very similar to Native American, helping protect the souls of those who unintentionally strayed into that land. They were seen as auspicious symbols of courage, higher assistance, and supernatural wisdom. So there we go. Owls are not anything to be concerned with or worried about, have any anxiety or fear over. They are all considered very, very strong power animals that are connecting with those divine energies and bringing those messages to us. So very, very strong card, very, very powerful energy here. Let's take a look in the book and see what our reading says here for number 16, Silver Birch. Well, yeah, here we go. Tap into your intuition is the name of the card. Tap into your intuition. Our keywords are attention, instinct, understanding, and subconscious. Elegant and as ghostly as her surroundings, the elf and her owl familiar pause in a white forest of dappled silver birch. Their knowledge and understanding of this place is second nature to them. Often without thought, heightened senses and unconscious awareness help guide them to their desired objective. Part of our brains work on a subconscious level by recognizing patterns and making associations. If we pay attention to those signals, our intuition can be a very important guide to some of the choices we make and how we live our lives. And our quote is from E. Michael Burke. Good instincts usually tell you what to do long before your head has figured it out. Oh, I love that. I'm going to read that again. Good instincts usually tell you what to do long before your head has figured it out. Isn't that so true? Because here's the deal, and we've talked about this before. Quantum physics tell us that what we're putting our attention on is actually changing the environment, the reality that we are living in, what is in front of us. When we have our brain and our heart in coherence, we're actually emitting a strong electromagnetic field that affects the quantum field. Negatively or positively, it can go both ways. You can be worried about something and get that fear going in the emotional realm and lock into something negative. So you can just as easily do it for something negative as for something positive. So why don't we pick something positive? Find something that you have been looking into, considering, not sure about. The card is telling us very clearly we are being guided to follow our intuition, to tap into that cosmic wisdom that we've all got. You don't actually need to come to YouTube for wisdom. You don't need to come to my channel for knowledge and clarification. It's an avenue that is available to you that I love that you're here for. But you've already got everything you are looking for is already within you. That's Rumi. Everything you seek is already within. That wisdom, that knowledge, that guidance, that intuition, it's already available to you. You just need to connect with it. And how do you do that? Quiet. Either meditation, prayer, contemplation, just sitting. Sitting is really the best thing. Laying down, maybe before bed, or when you first wake up in the morning, and just consider, what do you want to have happen in the next day? What kind of things do you want to see happen? How is your intuition guiding you in this realm between waking and sleep, where your mind is way more connected to the subconscious realm, the cosmic realm, where that intuition has a whole lot less filters than it does during normal work day, family day, all of that stuff. We get lost in all of the environmental energy and forget to take that moment and reconnect with our intuition, our inner wisdom. So a couple other things I just wanted to note on this card. Often without thought, heightened senses and subconscious awareness help guide these folks to their desired objective. We talked before and will be talking again about the reticular activating system, that part of your brain that once it recognizes a familiar pattern, if it's a face, if it's a building, an environment, couch, bed, whatever. Once your brain has identified it as something known, it stops looking at it, just files it in the back, and will continue looking for other things like it that it can match as being safe, as being known. And what we are paying attention to is what we are drawing towards us. So taking that moment, taking that time to just recenter. You don't need a whole lot of time for meditation practice to reconnect with intuition. It's simply a matter of, for just a moment, shutting out the external noise factors and relocking in on that inner wisdom, that inner knowing, what you feel in your gut. That's our 3D chakra right there, underneath the heart. When you feel you're being pulled towards something that you actually are leaning, your body is leaning into, that's an excellent guide to tell you this is the correct path. When you are in touch with that emotional, spiritual, mental center within you. And the only way to learn how to do that, to learn how to identify that voice, is with quiet time practice of one kind or another. There's a whole bunch of different things you could be doing. But if you're not spending daily time, and usually first thing in the morning is the best time. If you want to do it before you actually sit up in bed to get up, that would be an excellent time when you're still in that place of awake and asleep, where you're more connected with the cosmic divine energies. Just consider, what is the next action you want to take? Is your body leaning into that or kind of pulling away from it? And the more that you pay attention to how those feelings feel, the stronger your connection will be to your intuition and the divine guidance that's always available to you. So that's our message for the day. A little bit of lecturing there with brain stuff and that kind of thing, but we need all of this information where we are in this reality, in these bodies, on this planet for a purpose. We're not just here to do our best to survive. We are not being called to simply maintain the status quo. We are being asked, guided, invited to move into our most authentic selves, to show others how to do that by loving who we are and accepting who we are That's how we get in touch with the divine realms, in that space of loving who we are and coming from that place of love, not fear, coming from that place of strength and power, because we know what we know. So I hope that this reading blessed you. Feel free to leave any comments you would like in terms of your initial readings on the energy from the card, as well as if there's anything that you would like the collective to send you energy for healing on specifically, or support, anything like that as well. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to the video and our channel and feel so inclined to do so, it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find the channel. So thank you so much again for joining us. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. I love you. Nobody said that to you recently. You can't say it anymore because I just said it to you. I love you. I am really proud of you. You are going to have an amazing day today because you're going to make it amazing. So go out there and do that. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.